it's okay to accept things for how they happened, even if it's not how you wanted them to happen. I think that we shouldn't always be so scared of the bad things or the bad experiences. Bad experiences also make us who we are. Hi there, my name is India, and here we're gonna talk about how to have no regrets. So just to start off, so many people that I know have told me, I can't believe I wasted my time or energy on that friendship, that relationship, whatever. But then I always say, but you didn't waste your time. I'm sure that you had a lot of bad moments and memories with this person, and I'm sure you had a lot of good ones. But in the end, you learned from it, you grew from it. Now you know what you do and what you don't want from a future relationship or a future friendship. Now you know who you want to be moving forward. Without having had those experiences, you would have never known what to do in the future. I mean, it wouldn't have been a learning experience. You know, it would have been something that you did in your 30s instead of your 20s, or you did in your 20s instead of high school. I always think it's really great to try to accept things that you regret. You can't hide from it. And the best thing to do is just lean into it, and don't be so ashamed of like who you are, the things you've done. Just say it out loud, like the things you've done or the things that you're ashamed of. Like, I'm a very loud person, trouble listening. I'm not always the best friend. I wasn't always the best daughter. I get mad easily. I have a temper. But there are a lot of things that I've worked on over the years to try and be a better friend, a better partner, a better daughter, and just overall just be somebody that I want to be, somebody that I'm proud of. Asking myself, what does India want? Who does India want to be? Those things made it easier to get over things that I used to regret. And I just look at everything as a learning experience now. I was in a 5-year-long relationship, and there's a lot of things I could regret from that, but every single thing from it taught me everything that I know now. Also, it just brings a lot of peace in my life, like wishing people the best and just moving on with my life instead of being like, F that person, I hate them, for that works for some people, but personally not me. I'm always like a lover at heart. I do get mad very easily, and I have a temper and I get angry, but those are things that I've worked on very hard to try and keep more at bay, and I still have faults, but the person I used to be at 19 is definitely not the person that I am now. I think that we shouldn't always be so scared of the bad things or the bad experiences. Bad experiences also make us who we are. Obviously, everybody's situation is different, so, take what I say lightly. But if what I say resonates with you in any way, trying to accept things for how they happened or for how things are definitely helped me heal personally. When I look back at past friendships or past relationships, I think, okay, I had a lot of bad memories with that person. I had a lot of good memories with that person. And in the end, they taught me a lot of different things. There's a lot of things that I liked about that person. There's a lot of things I didn't like about that person. Maybe that's why we're not friends anymore. Maybe that's why we're not together anymore. But I'm gonna wish them the best, and I'm gonna hope that they grow and that they learned from the experience, and that we all just grow and continue to mature and nature ourselves so we can grow and blossom into beautiful human beings. Staying stuck on the past will make it a lot harder to grow, in your future if you're always just staying stuck. I never look at anything as a waste. I view every friendship and every relationship that I've had as, something that taught me something. People who were there for me at a time that I needed. And people who taught me what I don't want anymore. That's definitely a big thing. And now I know what I want for a future friendship or what I want for a future relationship. And those people taught me things. And if it hadn't happened, I wouldn't have that experience or that knowledge. So I think it's okay to hold space for being sad or angry for an experience that happened, but always regretting it, regretting what you did, regretting how it happened, how the situation played, staying in a relationship or the friendship. I think that everything happens for a reason. The way that things happen, whether it's finances or a job or a friendship or relationship, I think that everything happens as it's meant to. I think everything in my life, and again, not everybody believes that type of mindset. That's fine, that's okay. I'm just the type of person that I believe that everything in my life has happened for a reason, and not because of like a crazy greater good or some God that's out there, but I just believe that everything in my life happens for a reason. That's just me. That's what helps me mentally, personally. But even if you don't believe that type of mindset, still staying stuck on regretting things just isn't a great way to move throughout life. For some people, it's a great motivator, and for others, it just makes them obsess and think about it and ruminate on it and just hyper focus on it. And it's not something that you have to regret. It's okay to accept things for how they happened, even if it's not how you wanted them to happen. And it's okay to live in a season of sadness or grief or anger, and to just let those feelings flow through you instead of trying to close the door on them all the time. We're so accepting of happy emotions, good emotions, positive emotions. It's important to be as accepting towards the negative emotions too, because it's what shapes us into a more well-rounded human being, in my opinion. So anyway, the key takeaway, be you. Be authentically you, and being authentically you means also aggressively accepting the bad parts of you, the things that you regret. And if you regret a past relationship or friendship or how something happened, now you know how to move forward. You know you don't want that thing to happen again, right? So don't avoid it, but accept people into your life who maybe are different than the previous people that you were accepting in your life. If you tend to have a lot of friends or relationships where you're just like not liking them, or you just keep regretting every single thing, try and maybe find a new friend group or do new things, new hobbies. Get out of your comfort zone. That's the main piece of advice, I guess I would say. But yeah, anyway, if you liked this video at all, or it resonated with you in some way, give it a like. But if it didn't, that's okay. You do not have to like it. It's always nice talking to you guys, and I will see you soon.